Hello, this is the Tradesight U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Thursday, the 13th of October and Friday, the 14th of October, 2016. As usual, we will not likely do a market preview for Friday unless something dramatic happens on Thursday. Most of what we've been looking at for the week will already have played out at that point, and Fridays are typically a little slower. So far, the week's been fairly slow between the U.S. bank holiday on Monday, the quasi-bank holiday, and then the Yom Kippur Jewish holiday on Wednesday. Tuesday had some good volume in between. Had some great futures trades this week, but the stock stuff's been a little bit slow. Tuesday was the better day, I think, overall. A lot of setups Wednesday morning. They just nothing triggered because nothing was happening. Here's a look at the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the S&P in futures form, and you can see again that 13 sell signal back in late August, early September. And we're still operating under that. We haven't gone anywhere special or new. Not much to say there. All right, so let's take a look at the major indices that we watch and see what happened today. So crude oil back down to about $50, down 77 cents after that 9-bar startup phase completed the other day. Gold up 90 cents. That's a blip. The S&P gained 2.45 on the S&P cash index. That's basically flat, obviously, and the NDX even flatter comparatively, down 2.28. So really nothing happened. Stocks lost 2.69. That's also a blip. Biotechs look like they moved a bit, though. Remember, keep in mind, here you go. There's that 13 sell signal in the middle of September on the Biotechs. Even though the market's been a little bit higher at one point, this thing's headed down, and we just hit, that's the target, if you will. We just hit that red static trend line, so that's what you were supposed to get to, and it worked. So the S&P, the ES, has not done that yet. So it still has room to the downside to the tune of maybe 70 points is all. But this is what the signal's supposed to get you right here. Biotech index perfectly on track. VIX gains 55 cents to 1591. The trend closes at 0.95, another low close. That leaves the 10-day moving average at 0.92. Remember, under 0.85 on the 10-day would get us a sell signal on the broad market. We have not gotten there. Let's count the last 10 dots backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A very low reading of about 1.75 is going to drop off tomorrow. So for that moving average to go lower, we have to get a reading lower than 0.75 tomorrow. Next real chance, I think, would probably be, let's see, tomorrow's Thursday, Friday. A big number drops off. So if we have a decently low numbers on Thursday and Friday, and then again on Monday, a higher number drops off on Monday. That would be the only way to really get the excessive trend reading that we look for. Nasdaq volume, again, really bad on Monday because the U.S. bank holiday, not even quite 1.25 billion. Then up to 1.6 or so on Tuesday, so things were looking up. That was the best in about a week or so. And then back down for the Yom Kippur holiday, 1.4 to close the session out. Advanced decline ratio after being horrible on Tuesday was fairly flat, negative 143 on the Nasdaq on Wednesday, plus 138 on the New York. Google gains $2.20, still hanging near highs. Apple up $1, also at highs. Amazon up 3, very near highs. Netflix loses $1, but still doing well over the last month or so. All right, let's take a look at the intraday action. 5-minute candle, so you can see again Tuesday was the small gap down and kept going lower, pushed lower into the afternoon, and then bounced a little bit very late. Tuesday, on the other hand, very flat action comparatively, only about 10 points of range just over it on the ES for most of the day. And actually, what was really the case here was that we reached up finally to fill the gap on the NQs. So here's the NQs. No, this doesn't show a gap really. So we basically just headed down, never broke the lows of the prior day, very narrow range, about 25 points on the NQs for most of the session. So it wasn't very exciting, unfortunately. And we'll just look for hopefully Thursday to be better. Friday, I don't know. In terms of economic data, we still have more of it coming out than we've already seen this week. Let's take a look at that real quick. We've got initial and continuing jobless claims along with import-export prices an hour before the bell on Thursday. Natty gas an hour in. Crude oil inventories got bumped to Thursday because of the holiday, so it's at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Treasury budget at 2 p.m. We've got PPI and core and retail sales Friday morning, an hour before the bell. Business inventories and Michigan sentiment 30 minutes in. That will wrap up the week. Next week, we head into core earnings season for the third quarter. So we'll see how that goes. But other than that, a last look at some economic data before the election. None of it looks bad in terms of anything, any signs of any trouble out there. Stock market, again, very flat for this time of year. unusually flat. Usually be heading down around now. So even if we got some down days to go reach down to that red static trend line you're seeing here on the ES, that red line at 2060 wouldn't really bother me, but we're just not getting it yet. So charts as usual brought to you by eSignal12. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading week.